in this case.
So, Honorable Chair, I think what the reason why I was reading this is part of the preparation. This is part of the preparation for the annual development plan. This is also part of the preparation to comply with Wasingishu County Equitable Development Plan. That is the spirit. If you look at the spirit, why we wanted to make sure that we comply with the PFM Act, we comply with the Wasingishu County Equitable Development.
Now you were given that 7 days is not enough. Did you organize for some more days later?
So, Honorable Chair, I was also answering a question which had been raised by Honorable Honorable Chirchir, whether there was a public participation in all this. So I wanted to answer that. So I don't know at what point will I complete a question before, so that it's clear that we get it right. Yes, but more importantly, Honorable Chair, is that we have done all this in good faith and in good spirit. So that's very critical for us. And we wanted to make sure that we have complied with the PFM Act. And that is what we have, and we have tried to the best of our knowledge at every step. So I would want to leave it at that, because we have complied with the PFM Act. We have also tried to make sure that we comply with the Wasingishu County Equitable Development Act. And that is why it was important. If you look at it, it provides, the Act provides, the Wasingishu Equitable Development Act provides that as part of the process, you need also to have submitted to this assembly. The reason is the PIC were to identify the projects. Those projects are first submitted to this honorable house, so that this honorable house can consider. That is how the Act goes. And we wanted to make sure, if you look at it, that is the process. And we wanted to do it, make sure that it is part of the annual development plans. And remember, this is August. We have a deadline, Chair. Honorable Chair, for 1st of September.
Point of order, Chair.
Point of order, Chair.
Point of order, Chair.
Honorable members, allow him to finish. Allow him to finish.
That is addressing the question that I raised, so I want to...
Then let me give to Honorable Mary Goret first, and then Honorable...
On the same question.
Thank you, Chair. My point of order is this, that when we are making the CIDP, we are not making only for the 40%. We are doing for the entire development budget of the county government of Wasingishu. So when you say you are subjecting the equitable 40%, then you are doing it partially for the county. The members of the public are supposed to budget for the entire 100%. But inside, we know that 40 goes for equitable. Thank you.
Honorable Chirchir.
I wanted to ask the CC member to kindly address the matter of ADP, not the Project Identification Committee, not PIC. What we were asking is that, did we go to public participation on ADP? We either say no or yes, then we move on this. That was an advisory letter from this end of the house, that there was not enough time for publication and submitting of documents to this house. So we want just to be precise and move. So because we want to get way forward for this county. We have not called each other to gag one another. We've come to consult and move forward so that we meet what we want to do.
Yes, Waziri.
So, Honorable Chair, I think when you look at what we have done is that this process, when you look at the Equitable, Wasingishu County Equitable Development Act, it requires us that when we are submitting the ADP to this house, to this honorable house, we have to put those projects. And that is what we were trying to comply. I've just picked an area that we did the sector working groups. We engaged the public. We did the departments. We did all those other sector working groups. So I was making reference to this as part of the process. Because, and this is in compliance, when you want to tick the box you will realize that we're 100% compliant with the PFM Act. That is number one. Honorable Chair. Number two, we also tried as much as possible to be compliant with the county, with was Ngishu County Equitable Distribution Act. You see, that is the spirit that at every one time we've tried to make sure that we have done that. So that is the spirit. So when I read this particular, I was just giving an example of a bigger process. That was not the only thing that we are doing. It's a build-up to submitting the bigger document to this honorable.
Now, Chairman, in short, the ADP was not subjected for public participation.
Yes.
That is what we can agree. It was not subjected for public participation. And the reason is because of that letter. And that letter does not address the ADP. So that is in black and white. Number two, you have talked about the spirit, Waziri, and I like the spirit. In that spirit, why didn't you consider the approval of the county assembly's CFSP while considering the budget? If it is the same spirit of working together, that communication, why didn't you consider the approved document by the county assembly on CFSP? And it talks, the PFM, if you are to follow the precedents of the PFM, it talks so much about the approval of the county fiscal strategy paper. If you go to 131, an amendment to the budget estimate made by the county assembly only if it is in accordance with the resolutions adopted regarding the county fiscal strategy paper. Bado wanaongea tu approvals of the county assembly. Four, where a bill originating from the member of the county assembly propose amendment after passing the budget estimate and the appropriation bill by the county assembly may proceed in accordance with the resolutions adopted regarding the county fiscal strategy paper. Now it talks so much about the resolutions of the county assembly. Why didn't you, in that spirit, follow the spirit of the resolutions of the county assembly?
So, Honorable Chair, maybe one just for me to also to counter check. I wanted to know the part the PFM that requires us to take the ADP for public participation. I just want to confirm. Maybe you can guide us, Honorable Chair, with that part, because yes, that the part of the act in the PFM that requires that, so that because what we have done, the ADP is part of the CIDP. And the CIDP was subjected to public participation. But I need your guidance, Chair, so that...
okay. Yes, Honorable Kerwa.
Thank you, Chair. I think the CIDP is a 5-year plan. Then when we talk about annual development plan, it's annually. So you can differentiate between the two, Waziri.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, saying that...
all document also should be submitted to public participation, a must.
Before then, Waziri, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Chair, with your permission, and for purposes of progress, I would like to request, Chair, that if the documentation we have had, according to what you have asked about the questions of processes, I would like us to hit where the points of contentions were, so that, or maybe, from what I'm hearing from Waziri, he has talked about they have come here so that we consult one another. Is it possible now that we know all others, that we give time the department to tell us now the position of this budget? I want to believe it can save us a lot, so that in our own engagement later on, we will deal with this procedure, so that we might save one in that spirit of
Honorable Rebecca.
Thank you, Chair. I think I second Madam Diaz, Honorable Diaz, on her proposal that can we listen to them on what they have for us today, because we invited them for a discussion, isn't it? So please, Chair,
and
give
also,
us way forward.
Yes, Honorable.
Chair, I want to remind the executive, please kindly take a sip of water. We are not getting the words from your mouth, please. Take a sip of water. That's why I have water there.
All right, maybe let me. Waziri wanted guidance on the PFM Act, and it comes to public participation. 124. Stages in county government budget process. The county government budget process. The budget process for the county government, you know the processes. Planning, overall adoption of county fiscal strategy, preparing budget estimates, approving the estimates of the county assembly, enacting appropriation, implementing, including the annual development plan. The county executive committee member for finance shall ensure that there is public participation in the budget process. And ADP is also a process in the budget. That is why we subject annual development plan, CFSP, the budget proposals, and all those, because it is a process.
Yes, Honorable Julius.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I am in agreement with the honorable members, the DS and Honorable Rebecca, that for us to move forward, Honorable Chair, since morning we've been talking about this consultative process, and it is important right now, Honorable Chair, that you rule that we proceed to the next step, recognizing that we have had sufficient time talking about the process. It is important, equally important for us to examine the process, because in the process makes the quality of the budget. Now, Chair, that we have discovered there were anomalies. It is upon the House now to make a decision, maybe later on, how to deal with this. But in my view, Honorable Chair,
Chair, I have already seen something which is not good in this meeting for today, because there is, we are here as assembly, and we have executive here, and we are negotiating about the budget. Except with one department or for assembly or one to cheat another. That is the truth. Because when we are here together to follow the law, it will be no objection in this budget, except there is a department who want to bend the law. So what I want to say is this: why don't we follow the law, and then everything will go in a smooth way? Again, I want to say, our CEC finance, it have never been a CEC in anywhere else, except he is still in learning. But they have already tried to bend the law, except I want to tell him that they have to follow the law, and then everything will go in a smooth way. So I don't have much to say, except our assembly, we have to follow the law, and executive follow the law, and then we will finish this one in a smooth way. But according to the jealousy that some people have here to bring because of their benefit, or because of they want to show us that it is a pingwa or what, I want to say everybody must withdraw according to their hearts, that jealousy, and then everything will go in a smooth way. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable David Letting. Now, Honorable members, Honorable House, I want to rule that we end that discussion there, so that we concentrate on the document before us. I hope Waziri and the CCs and the CEOs, as you have the documents, and before I want to give you some little time so that you can comment on what you've heard. Honorable Kiru, I think we have ended there. I've ruled. Yes.
Chair, as you know, we have very few days to go to end financial year. As we are talking, we take it as if we still have another 1 month to prepare the same budget. So we have to move with maximum speed, minimum delay, for us to pass this budget. In fact, as we are talking, we are expecting the CEC for finance to come and read the policy statement here concerning the budget.
Tomorrow.
So, Chair, for that, you are assuming as if we have so many days to discuss this budget. We have been looking these departments almost 2 months ago, but they have been dilly-dallying. So now it has ended. We are remaining with only 3 or 4 days to end the financial year. So, Chair, consider those remaining days because we are supposed to pass the budget. Thank you.
Yes, Waziri.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. So I think the spirit is for us to progress. I think for me, we are coming with that, even and all this is for us to progress, because that's very important for us. We are looking forward for this House approving the budget so that we can progress. That is what we want. Amidst all this, but more importantly, just, and I don't want to reopen the discussion, is that we have acted in good faith. We've actually looked at the PFM Act, and I'm not contesting that we are gurus in it. And we have actually done it as per the PFM Act. We have also made sure that we have also looked at the Uasin Gishu County Equitable Act 2019, and we have tried to make sure that we implement that in all the process. So we want to progress. Ours is to progress. This is one government. I agree. I'm not honorable from Kenya. I'm learning also, but so part of the is learning process. But we have done as per the PFM Act. I am not saying it's 100%.
Chair is justifying what is done, but he's not doing as PFM Act. So it is better that asikanyaga hapo imesha kwa mbaya.
Tulikuwa tunaendelea kwenda mbele, usirudi nyuma tena.
No, I was saying for the record, Chair, because it's important.
For the record as well, you have not done as per the PFM Act.
Yeah.
Where is the issue of the resolutions adopted by the County Assembly? If you did as per the PFM Act, where? And in almost all sections, it talks about the resolutions of the County Assembly. Yeah, you have reopened the debate,
Honorable Chair.
and you wanted to proceed.
Honorable Chair, perhaps maybe Waziri wants us to remain there. Maybe it's us who are pushing him to the next topic of the day. Maybe you ask the Honorable Waziri if he wishes still to remain on that part so that we deal with the PFM Act. If he wishes. If he does not wish, then we allow him that we go to the next chapter.
Chair.
Now,
Chair.
Honorable members.
A minute.
What's the Honorable Keringa had ruled, and I want us to continue to progress.
Asante. Nashukuru Chair. Vile Mheshimiwa kutoka NAPCOI amesema, labda waziri kweli kuna jambo kwa hii document anataka kujustify before aseme hii, so that either mkikubali ama msikubali inaenda kwa ile kitu amesema legal side. Maybe labda anataka kuna kitu anataka tupitisha hapa na tukikataa atasema twende legally. So
yes,
labda
honorable members, remember that we are unanswered and we are live. Waziri, let's embark on the document that we have. I know we have recurrent expenditure and we have development expenditure. So I want to give you some few questions on development expenditure, and then we will go into recurrent. What is the allocation for road maintenance as fuel levy for this financial year 2024-25. We know it carries a lot of finances, but how much is allocated? Are there any prepared programs on road to be undertaken by this allocation?
So, Honorable Chair, so you want me to look at the allocation?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So for roads,
I think
so the total, is it
yes.
the total or for the total? Because for the fuel levy is 245, but based on what is happening right now, it's like we may not be getting that amount from the discussion at the National Assembly and the county, so we may not be getting that amount, but we had factored in 245.
Yeah, I was asking that because I saw it was factored, and we heard it from someone. We wanted to hear it from you.
Yes, the way it is, we may not
So
get
it
nationally. It's a national issue.
It is nil dash. We have seen 110 million allocated for construction of your Singishu milling plant at Siwa Ward. What is this milling plant meant for, and how much is the total cost of the milling plant? Was it captured in the current CIDP? Was there feasibility study conducted on the same?
So, Honorable Chair, what we have, as this Honorable House is aware, we have an ongoing project, that is the Moisoi project. It's an ongoing project. A lot of investment has been made to that project. We've also had a lot of discussions even at the Senate level in regard to that project. And the way forward is to operationalize that project. So what is missing for that project, though the department has more information, is basically to operationalize. It's basically the mill that is missing. So these funds is to find a way, is actually to make sure that project runs. So it is to make sure that it can operationalize, it can get a mill for that plant, so that it can be operationalized.
Yes, Honorable Rebecca.
Okay. Is it for buying equipment for the millers, or it's for construction?
Honorable Chair, we are looking at two scenarios. First of all, you know the way Moiso history. Moiso has its own history and its own, the way it is being structured. What we want is to make sure that it's operational. So, you know, we have the silos, we have all these other infrastructure in there. But we also, because this is an issue that
is there land for the government?
Sorry?
Is there land?
Yes, so we are securing land next to it and putting the
so the land is being secured using the same amount?
Yes, plus land plus the mill itself.
Next week?
Sorry?
When are you planning to secure that?
Now we're also waiting. You see, the discussion, the visibility. Let me know the discussion. all the other processes are actually ongoing and are being done by the department.
Yes, Honorable.
You know, Chair, the problem we have had since the inception of the new constitution is we don't do enough feasibility study for a project before we start. That is where we start. That's that's how we fail. Because if we would have done a good feasibility study, that this is exactly what we want, this is the amount that this project will take to its end, then it can be a successful project or even a facility. But unfortunately, we are doing here a project. We don't have a feasibility study to tell us where it starts and where it ends. So at the end of the day, we'll end up spending a lot of money, like Moisoi. Let me just be specific. A lot of money has been spent in Moisoi. Unfortunately, 10 years down the line, it has not been in use. We don't feel like if today Moisoi would have been working, half of those youths making noise outside there, they would have been busy working in that mill. So can we do something that has an end success, an end full success?
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Chirchir.
Thank you, CC member. I think what we wanted from the 110 million was the narrative itself, because when we talked of new milling plant, it might have given the House a new meaning. But if we are now specific that it is Moisoi, then we have no question, because we have looked into it. We need to operationalize that
point of order,
milling plant. I think I'm on a point of order.
Okay. Honorable Mary Goretti, let Honorable Chilchir exhaust.
So that as we look into other flagship projects, we look into the benefits of those flagship. I'm very happy that now the description might have been given us a wrong audit approach, because we are now auditing the new milling plant in Ziwa, other than the Moisoi. So if there are other operational matters behind it, then we now know it is Moisoi members. I think up to that end, we now know that it is Moisoi. We were worried of a new milling plant, that we are now duplicating projects.
But that is what they have said. I think, Chair, we need very few so that we can move.
Yes.
Are we funding Moisoi or a new milling
plant? That is only
as simple as that, so that we can move.
So, Honorable Chair.
Before then, Honorable Mary Goretti, what is it?
Yeah, my point of contention is that we cannot sanitize what has been written in black and white. According to the budget, it was an issue milling plant. So today we cannot accept a narrative kwamba this is Moisoi. Surely. That is like we've not gone to school. It's like we don't know what we are doing. Because when you say this is Moisoi, where is Moisoi here?
Chair.
And again, Chair, I'm still on the floor. Kindly protect me. What we are saying is that when we are doing feasibility study, according to the law, according to the constitution, it has to come from the electorates. Is it a need by the electorates, or you make a decision for them as leaders? Thank you.
Yes, Honorable
Chair, thank you. I think it's very clear from Waziri that we are sourcing a new land and putting up something new. That is very clear from what I heard. It's not a continuation of what you are talking of Moisoi. It is another parallel project next to Moisoi. Acquiring land and putting up is new.
Honorable Chair, let me clarify. You see, the structure of Moisoi is owned by cooperatives. Moisoi is owned by cooperatives. It is not owned by the county government. So, what we are doing is we are operational, but cooperatives were funded by the county government. So, so the spirit here is that to secure that investment, Moisoi has to work. So, and to work, it requires a plant. Yes. It requires a milling plant. That what is missing is mainly the milling plant. So, and we have
at that point, Chair, because we are mixing issue here. Yes, they are lacking the mill. Is all the other infrastructure ready, awaiting the milling plan?
To the best of
as per your monitoring and evaluation.
Yes, it's only awaiting the milling plant and maybe a few items. But the critical.
What is that few?
Okay, maybe we can get the full details of that.
Waziri, sorry, Waziri. For if we were to build that milling plant on the ground that Moiso sits, is there a space for that?
It's already built.
No,
for the purpose of building.
Allow me, because Moisoi, we are also engaging. I mean, let's look at the spirit. Moisoi, we're also trying to engage even other. Yes, so I don't want us to really, if you may.
Chair.
But the spirit is
Chair.
Honorable members, allow him to exhaust.
Yeah.
Allow him to exhaust.
Yes, and we are saying that's our proposal, Honorable Chair. That's our proposal, that we want to put that so to operationalize Moisoi. Now, to make sure that it's operational and it's working, because for us it's a crucial investment for the county. So we have to find ways of making sure that it's operational. Now we are even having discussion, which I did not. We're even having a discussion whether can the cooperatives also transfer that land to the county government. But I don't want to open that kind of discussion. So there's a bigger discussion, but the spirit is to make sure that it is operational.
Chair.
Point of, Chair.
Chair.
Honorable members, waja exhaust.
Amemaliza. Chair.
Oh yeah. Leta kitu ingine karibu na waziri.
Yeah. But Chair, I wanted to ask something. That we have already an allocation that has been proposed that they want to allocate to that Moisoi. So that we don't go to a lot of stories, Waziri. The interest of this house is that we are not seeing government doing business, and we didn't want the county government of Wazingishu to engage itself. What this house wanted is a direct thing that allow us to give you the right narration for that and use the money for the same purpose. But if you give us other narrations, then it will change the total direction of that expenditure. I don't know whether that one can work.
Honorable Chair, I'm guided.
Yes, Waziri, you know why that question is? The question that we're being asked is, could you consider amending Wazingishu Cooperative Act to allow cooperative societies forming Moiso Union to access more funding under the over and above 5 million limit in order to access more funding, including the 110? So that the 110 goes to Moisoi and they build it inside and have the milling plant so that it's not outside.
I think with the wisdom of the House, we can look at that, Honorable Chair.
Yes, I think that is sorted.
Chair.
What is it, Honorable Sato?
I think now he's buying the idea of saying the spirit of give and take.
I think that one is okay, Honorable Sato.
I think
yes, Honorable
you should actually embrace in all the avenues that we've had, you should embrace the same.
But it should be well captured, Chair, that as an assembly, we are against of allowing the county government of Wazingishu entering into business, because this government is not in business.
About service provision.
It is a service providing entity. That one should be captured very well.
Is that they are looking a way out on how they can, because I know the county government is very much alive to the fact that they want also to secure that the finances, that they are taking it to Moisoi. And the last part of it that you have talked about on how you can own that land is a discussion that we can do it later. But if we can do other modalities first to support that cooperative to work, and then the county government sees how to enter itself for security purposes.
Yes, Bwana Waziri, we have noted that there is allocation of 12 million shillings for manufacturing of packaging materials, candy bags at Cheboraro etc. Have you done any feasibility study on the viability of the project, and how much is estimated cost of purchasing the machinery and raw materials and the operation cost?
So, Honorable Chair, and maybe you can also allow me to allow my colleagues to chip in with your permission. We have done a study. We've tried to get the costings, but probably we need to make sure that that is formally presented. But when we were doing the calculations, when we did some research. In fact, like all these other projects also, we checked what are the cost implications and all that. What is the competition if such a thing happens? So we've done that. Probably we need to document it and probably present to the House for that. Yes.
In that case, Chairman, which one should come first? Which one comes first? I thought you share with the House, you go do the feasibility study and all those things, and then the proposals before you budget. You remember in the last financial year, we questioned about it was a youth center, and then there was a youth fund, then there was a workforce for youth. I don't know the name. So we wanted the policy first before budgeting. So far, so good. You could not use the money because there is no policy and all those things. Which one should come first, Waziri?
I agree. In all this, Honorable Chair, is that the respective departments are actually working on whether we require the policy, whether we require the feasibility. These projects are in the various departments. So each of the departments is currently on an overdrive to make sure that the required paperwork, feasibility studies, and all that is ready, so that once it is approved, we can roll out. But I agree that probably sometimes maybe you say is it the egg or the chicken
Kindly,
first?
Chair,
Yes. So I agree, Honorable.
While Waziri is explaining whatever he is explaining, he should know that we have an agriculture committee here, which can attest whether they have been approved have been involved in any point in coming up with such a policy, because it starts somewhere. But by him just saying that the concerned department has done ABCD, today, can the chair, agriculture, stand with whatever you are saying that indeed I can say that my department has done so? Sure. If you are not sure with the word that you are using, you better stop, because we also oversight the other arm of government.
Again, Chair, over the same.
Allow if Chair Akragaja is around, Honorable Saram.
Thank you, Chair. This is my first time seeing it here.
Yes, Honorable Kaitanj. You have something on the same?
Chair, I think I have one.
Yes, Honorable
Chair, nafikiri kama ingekuwa mzuri, what is the motivation? Because kama chair mwenyewe, unajua kungekuwa na kitu tunasema hii inatumotivate. Whatever we are going to do at Chebororwa, this is the motivation, this is the end product. This is what we would wish to achieve. Kutengeza hizi magunia. Kwani tumeanza kufanya biashara? because I'd wish we see the end product. Ni nini tunataka aswa to achieve by doing this what we are supposed to do.
Ukiwa hapo niulize, mkishatengeneza hii gunia, mtauza, mtapea watu for free, na mtatengeneza kiasi gani, itatosha watu namna gani? Raw materials zinatoka wapi? Mkishatengeneza mtaweka wapi?
Chair. Chair. Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable.
I just wanted to make a contribution on that because now I'm wondering, and CEO for economic planning was very busy in Ainabko Olare scrutinizing the budget as proposed by the people, members. But I'm now, and she's here now to face Honorable Chepkonga in the same. That Chebororwa ATC produces around 600, 800 bags of produce. Now this is the same CEO who sees value in that 700 bags to warrant an investment of 12 million to do Ghani bags. We need to be told the value of this. And the CEO, you know, it is also okay if you say, I have realized that there is no value in doing this business of Ghani bags. And then we think of how we can do a box culvert in Ainabko Olare Ward, or a box culvert in Kipsombe Ward. Things that can build the image of Uasin Gishu. Why are we investing in Ghani bags? Why?
So
Yes,
maybe, Chair,
Waziri,
so that I
Waziri,
can allow the CEO planning to respond. This is largely an agricultural county. One of the key issues is to see how we can assist the farmers in one way or another, whether through seed subsidy and all that. The idea here is to do 50 kg Ghani bags and then do them in a subsidy. The way we are now using Chebororwa to do seeds. Seeds for seedlings for Chebororwa, right now, other seller, people who sell seeds for coffee, for example, are selling at about.
Has this undergone a public participation for them to give a go ahead? Because whatever he's saying, I think.
Honorable Chair, are we doing the Ghani bags or we do the produce first? Can we bring the coffee? Let us have the challenge of bags because we have coffee. Let us have the challenge of bags because we have maize. Let us have the challenge of bags because we have pyrethrum. Now you want to bring in the end.
And for your information, Waziri, the price of the 50 kg Ghani bag is 20 bob. So you want to sell it at 10 bob and invest 12 million?
Yes,
I am trying to say, I'm saying, even if you save a shilling or if you save 5, it's still a saving. If we can save for this, because you look at the volumes, we are not looking at if it is going to produce 100 bags and say, okay, 100 bags times 20 shillings. You look at the volume, the demand for Ghani bags, and we are not saying it's Ghani bags for. We already have maize, so there's already market for that. It's not that we are saying this is for coffee alone. No, it's for all produce. So
Waziri, we are getting it wrong there. Kama kuna mahali tumeenda, we are getting it wrong. If you look from an economic perspective, Waziri, the county government of Uasin Gishu is not about doing business, right? It's not about doing business. What about those who produce Ghani bags as an investment?
Yeah, before then, let's hear from Honorable Professor.
Maybe, Chair. I know Waziri has been bombarded with a lot of questions, but since morning we have said the process has not been right, because what Waziri is trying to answer should have come from the department, and especially in engagement with the committee. Now, Waziri, because now we have only 2 days to consider this budget, try as much as possible to convince us. I know you have talked of value addition. if we are coming from that school of thought that we want to assist our farmers towards value addition, and in the process help our farmers to acquire and get more money, I think it would make more sense. However, the aspect of candy bags, what is it? Is it for maize? Is it for wheat? Is it for what else? Coffee? We have to have a lot of, we need more information for us to be convinced to pass this budget.
Chair.
That budget line.
Just a minute. At this level, and even the committee is not even aware?
Honorable Bishop, and then a response from Waziri.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe I want to request you, Chair, because we are live, and you see what is happening outside there. Na hii vijana wasikie tunaenda kuunda magunia yetu, we don't have, hatuna madawa kwa hospitali. It becomes an issue.
Chair, it's not a priority.
Let us think about other things. Hii ya magunia tuache kwanza.
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Gilbert.
Asante mwenyekiti. Langu pia nataka nirudie yale ambaye mheshimiwa Jonathan Ngetich alianza kusema kwamba jambo hili la budget ni jambo ambalo linazungumziwa, tuelewane, ndio kisha ikapitishwa. Juzi tumetoka kwa mafuriko. Watu wamebebwa na maji, barabara zimeharibiwa, watoto wetu bado wako nyumbani kwa mambo ya masomo. Na sasa priority number 1 kutoka kwa department imesemekana ni magunia. Tafadhali, tuna vitu ambavyo tunahitaji kushughulikia kabla tujazungumzia magunia. Tukienda kule Kiplombe, tuko na mashida ya barabara, tuko na shida ya culverts, tuko na shida ya madarasa ya watoto wetu wa ECD baada ya maziwa kuletwa kule shuleni. Choo ya watoto wetu wa ECD ilianguka baada ya mafuriko, mpaka sasa haijatengenezwa. Kiplombe wakisikia priority ya county hii ni gunia. Jameni, hadi lini nyumba hii na nyumba hile ikaanza kuwa na mashindano? County ni yetu sisi wote, tukue watu wa kuzungumza na kuelewana, tusije tukawa na mapishano.
Mheshimiwa Kokwas.
Thank you, Chair. I'm surprised to hear that we have a factory in Kibararwa, except I have a problem in my ward. The same as the problem is the problem of all Wasingishu. You know that the rain that he was going round last man or the other man, he destroyed all roads. But I have a problem in Kenya. Last financial year, I was having around 31 million for extension of where we will put cabbage collection. And after the rain he came and destroyed the road of the people of Kenya. And according to this budget of now, we don't have that 31 million. I think that 31 million we have already allocate to Chebarorwa. Why don't we bring that money to come and assist all people of Wasingishu, because Kenya is a dam side of all Wasingishu County, and it doesn't have where we'll put the cabbage collection. So I want to request that, can we prioritize, because Kenya is where every member will put their refuse collection from Moisprit to Timborwa. So, because we will not allow to have the business with the county, I want to say, last time we was having 31 million for extension of land in Kenya. I want to request to all members, because it is not for member of County Assembly of Kenya, it is for all of us. Why don't we allocate that money directly to Keep Kenya, because it is for all of us, and then the people of Keep Kenya will have the access road to go to Keep Kenya, because now everything is blocked there. Thank you, sir.
Now,
Yes.
honorable members, this is priorities, and this is under flagship project. So we are talking of the 20 million, 12 million allocated to Chebararwa. On that note, Bwana Waziri, what is your take?
So thank you. Thank you, Honorable Chair. So so we did take the document to the, first of all, we did our own internal approval processes. So we subjected the document to the cabinet. So the cabinet approved the document. We took the entire document to the public participation.
Where? Chair.
So
Waziri, don't go that direction.
Honorable
Kindly,
members,
Waziri.
Point of order,
allow
Chair.
Give you the document that
Point
you
of
took on
order,
the ground.
Chair.
You took the ground, the document
Point
for
of
what?
order,
You did not
Chair.
take the entire document,
Point
Waziri.
of order,
It was
Chair.
never
No, I'm just
discussed
saying,
anywhere.
I'm just saying.
honorable members,
So-
allow him to
Yeah.
exhaust.
So we
of
took
order,
the
Chair.
we
Maybe
took
there's
the
another
budget.
ground. Maybe there's another
The
ground. Let
budget.
him exhaust.
We
A
took
point
the
of order,
budget.
Chair.
The budget to the for public participation. Chair, I need your protection, and we have submitted to the county assembly for their consideration. And we so what my
Bwana
so
Waziri.
so
Bwana Waziri,
yes.
Point of order, Chair.
honorable members, allow Waziri to.
Point of order before you continue.
Allow Waziri. I want to ask
Yeah.
Bwana Waziri, you took the document to public participation. Where?
When we were doing the public participation. So, but Honorable Chair, I think I'm saying, I cannot at this point say that I will change that budget. It have to take it to the cabinet. So, for purposes of progress, that's what I'm saying. We've presented the budget to the House, so and the House will look at it and then guide us. But I cannot now say I remove this item
Point of
because already.
Point of information, Chair.
Yes. So
Point of information,
What
Chair.
is point of information, Honorable Chirchir?
Waziri, we don't require that. You are not the one to amend. It is this House that can amend that document. So it's only us to consume the reasons why you wanted to do that plant. When we are satisfied that you wanted to do it for good, we can amend it, we can agree it continues. If we don't agree, because of ceilings in that department, we cannot move it to another department. We will see what is of good to the people of Wasingishu in that department, and we will allocate those funds there. So it is not the stage at which that document is can only be amended in this House. So I think that is the way forward for point of information.
Thank you.
We will
Thank
not
you.
remove the money from the department, but we might allocate it to the
Yeah.
right use.
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying that, Honorable Chair, is that so that if we don't agree with my view, it's not that I can say agreed we remove. No. So I thought you were to get my views and see whether you will take it or not, and we progress. Yes.
Waziri, you are correct.
That
Yes.
is okay,
Yeah,
Waziri.
well,
But
explanation.
next
Chair.
time, Waziri, while making a budget, it is good to sit down, give proposals, discuss and agree, so that you can get the views of members. We hear the views of the executive, and especially the views of the chief executive officer of this county, the governor. We hear his explanation. That is why we always say budget is a negotiated document. And we need a one-on-one engagement with you and all the departments. In fact, it is our view, Waziri, that in our next budget, before this stage, before approval, we have a sitting with all the CECs, with all the chief officers, together with the governor. We go somewhere, lock ourselves for 10 days, 20 days, sit down and discuss the budget of Wasingishu County exhaustively. And then the views in every department are discussed in an open manner. We agree to disagree, we give suggestions. That is how budget is done. It's not about sending documents from one office to another. Then in this case as well, the county government, the major role of the county government is to provide services and not to do business. That one should be in bottom line of any department. Now, you've gone ahead in our finance bill. In the finance bill that you have given us, you have suggested the sale of gunny bags as a revenue measure. And the amount you have indicated is 20 shillings. Now, why should we go for a tedious process, sell at 20 shillings, and it is sold at the open market at 20 shillings? And if you bargain, it can be sold at 15 or 18 bob. So why such business, Waziri? So we need to be consulting. We need to be consulting in so many other areas. I think the chair will proceed with one or two. But if you go through this budget, you realize that there are more than 100 items, more than 100 that need discussion. And in this document, it's not 10 million, it is millions of money. So if you cumulatively add Waziri, at the end of the day, we might not get value as the people of Wazingishu. How I wish you start with department, do consultation. Start with the respective chairs, do consultation and share. That is my point.
And I'm finding it difficult. I may excuse CEO economic planning, but CEO finance approving production of gunny bags at the expense of medicine in our hospitals. It's taking me back. Knowing the stature I hold him in this government, Honorable Chair, it beats logic in this to see that we are financing gunny bags at the expense of the many issues bedeviling this county. Honorable Chair.
Chair, before maybe we move, because it's as if the CC have just given in, but he had alluded that he took the document for public participation. But I want it go unanswered. That 3/4 of these honorable members did participated in the said public participation. And we can authoritatively say here, what the CC, through his machinery, took to the ground is a paper of 27 million. We want it to be captured. 27 million on the ground. And they wanted to pump into the people of Wazingishu, knowing that we are passing a budget of 10 billion. That was ridiculous. That was not public participation. I don't know what kind of award we can give it, but it should be captured that what they took on the ground is only 27 million instead of 10 billion document. Thank you.
So, Honorable Chair,
I can also confirm, and I tried as much as possible. We were on the ground. What was discussed was a 27 million document, not even 40 million, 27 million document, and you call that on public participation. So nothing was discussed. Not a single recurrent was discussed, unless in Gwinnett Kapsusu. Sure.
Honorable members, yes, honorable member from Segero Parsombe. Yeah, the mic is working. It's working.
Asante Chair. Pia mimi naungana na waheshimiwa wenzangu kwa yale yamesemwa kuwa juzi tukiwa public participation, raia walishangaa hata kuona hii. Na haya malalamishi yote yanatoka kwa members ni yale raia walisema hatukuona, kwa sababu ile public participation walipelekewa ilikuwa ya maji nini yenye ina accumulate to 27 million only. So hii tukiona tena hapa tumerudi kwa mahali tuliongelelea ya brick and mortar. Tunataka kujenga tu, hatutaki kuendelesha yale, kwa sababu maybe serikali wameonelea yale ilikuwa ni ya mtu mwingine, but does it benefit our people? Tumewacha zile projects zote zilikuwa zinaendelea, watu walikuwa wanaulizia hata hospitali ya wanataka 800 million wanaweka 30 million. Hiyo itaisha lini?
Yeah, response Waziri.
So thank you, Honorable Chair. So Honorable Chair, so that is what we did. We also, Honorable Chair, uploaded the entire document in the website.
Is he confirming that they took 27 million documents?
No,
That
no,
is what
no, no, not honorable Chair. I say we took the entire budget for public participation. I think, allow me to say my view.
Yes, Honorable, Honorable House, let him exhaust.
But let Wasiri be informed that he has good intentions from his end. He dispatched the officers with the entire budget, but the officers chose to discuss only 27 million, and that only it is in their respective minutes. Go to the minutes, and we are going forward to look for the director of public participation, so that he is liable to this house. You are now carrying a burden for somebody else.
Honorable Jirjir, that's another story for another day.
No, he's carrying the burden of someone else who is doing his political things. And the CEC has sent somebody to the ground, and he went to choose to deal with only 27 million. And the CEC is not aware. He's really putting
yes,
you in this house.
So, Honorable Chair, so I'm saying that we did that. We also uploaded the entire budget in the website as part of public participation, to invite comments. So the entire document was uploaded. So that's what we did. So it's not that we did not disclose.
Through the chair, how many people in Kipsomba can access the website?
No
let him continue.
It's also a requirement. It's also a requirement, Honorable Chair. And then more importantly, Chair, so that we progress, we've given a proposal. We have submitted a proposal to this Honorable House. Is this Honorable House to look at it and make the determinations? So I want that so that we can progress.
Yes. Chair.
Yes.
Chair.
Loud, Honorable Songkok and Honorable Kirwa.
Thank you, Chair. I want to Waziri, the document which was taken for public participation, the County Assembly also went for the same, and the same people whom you met during the public participation are the same people again whom the County Assembly go and meet again for the same, and decided not that there are changes in what you took and gave a different proposal. I don't know now the wisdom of this house, because maybe the house may choose to see how they can match now what they passed in the CFSP versus now what you took and what also members of the public decided on the same day the members went for public participation. I don't know now that when the chair, if this house, in agreement with the CEC Finance, if the document that they took has been altered by the members of the public. So which document now are we in agreement? Because the document that we took, the CFSP, and then also what the people decided during our public participation for the members, we're going to confirm what the county, what the executive took. So I don't know which document now are we going for. That is my position.
Yes, Honorable Kirwa.
Thank you, Chair. For the first time, I participate in public participation for executive. But if you see the things...
Honorable Rende, put off the mic. Okay.
But if you see the views of my people from my ward level and what they were indicated in the current budget from the executive is different. You see? The reason of us coming with this Equitable Development, Equitable Act, it was to do priorities from different wards. As we are here as members of County Assembly, priorities differ very much. So that's why that is on an equalizer to make sure that if the certain ward has their priorities should be captured through 40%. But for the 60%, we have not been having much problem, but they have to consider mostly on flagship. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, what's it, Honorable Deputy Speaker?
I'm seeing, Chair, we are lacking behind on time. I know we have made our deliberation on the same, but if you can allow us, Chair, that we go through this document, because the total overview the views we are giving are the general overview of that public participation, which might come later. It has been noted that Waziri has talked about not having the, we have no even problem with the county government doing the gun backs. But there is no feasibility study to show and back up the arrival of their projects. We have no problem with that. So unless we are only saying that maybe the department is requesting that they wanted us to allocate them money to do the feasibility study, and then we will finance it later, the project later, when we are convinced that the project is viable. So let us progress, Chair, so that the entire total overview of the public participation, we will give it at the tail end. But if you can allow us to go one by one and see whether these are the true priorities. And so that we also highlight as this house, the areas that we are feeling that there are deficits, that they can be filled by the savings from the said projects that are not maybe of much priority for now.
Yes, Bwana Waziri, if you can respond to this.
So I think, Honorable Chair, we stand guided, and probably the Honorable Majority Whip had asked a question: what happens in the, how do we harmonize the budgets? So I think we stand guided, but the regulations provide that in a situation like that, the adjustment is 1%. That's what the act. The regulation guides in terms of adjustment what is proposed, but that is how it is.
That is if you have complied with the CFSP. But if you have not complied with the CFSP, the budget is adjusted to comply with CFSP.
Waziri, allow us to have, there's this question that the committee is asking. We have noted you have allocated 70 million under the vote aid of sanitary and cleaning materials, supplies and services under the Department of Roads. What is it meant for? There is a 70 million that you have under the aid for the vote aid of sanitary and cleaning materials, supplies and services under the Department of Roads. What is it meant for? As you look for that, there's 70 million. 70 million, sir. Roads, yes.
Just
in recurrent.
That should be fuel, unless there's a
There's a fuel of 55. Yes. Let me ask you about the fuel. You have asked the fuel. There's 55 million allocated for fuel under Roads Department. Is that sufficient for the entire department's operation? What is that sufficient?
No, it's not sufficient.
Not sufficient.
It's not sufficient.
How much is sufficient, sir?
How much? I can check that the exact amount from the department, but that's not sufficient.
Okay. Chair, it is very ironical. The two questions combined. They are allocating 70 million for sanitary. It is in recurrent, and they are allocating.
I don't think we did. I'll look at that.
Honorable Chair,
I can provide. I can provide a copy.
Provide a copy for them. Yes, Honorable Gilbert.
Can Waziri
So, Honorable Chair, we'll look at that. If it's a typo, then we'll need to correct. I think let's look at the, if it's a typo, that we correct. Yeah. So sorry, Chair. That's only a wrong code. It's supposed to be for maintenance. It's a wrong code picked. That's why I'm saying if it's a typo.
And this is an official document.
Yeah, so.
And this is the budget that you adhered to the PFM Act, and it went to the public.
Hello, sir. Another question that we would wish to clarify.
Maybe before you go through the chair, thank you, Ebo Clark. is the team from the executive. However, it was an exchange of the vote or whatever. The public, you know, they are informed, and they have this budget, as you have said that you have uploaded. Are you withdrawing that indeed it was wrong to budget for 70 million as sanitary and cleaning material in roads department, vis-a-vis 55 million, which is not enough for fuel? Are you admitting that was an oversight and a wrong way of doing things?
Honorable Chair, we have clarified that that was a wrong code picked. That's a wrong code. It's for maintenance. So, yeah, it's for maintenance. So it's a wrong code picked. Maybe, Honorable Chair, I want your guidance on the spirit of the discussion. I need your guidance on that.
Sir? Sir, we have gotten the clarification. Waziri, we have gotten the clarification that that 70 million is for maintenance of the of motor vehicles and plant and machineries in the Department of Roads, the 70 million. Also, you have said 55 is not sufficient. I would wish to get to know what is sufficient so that we budget for it. Another question that we need to ask is, in the financial year 2024-2025, there's an allocation of 70 million for asphalt plant. Has the county government done a feasibility study to ascertain the viability of the project? Was the asphalt plant in the approved CIDP?
So, thank you, Honorable Chair. The asphalt plant was in the approved CIDP. It has been the dream for it's there in the approved CIDP. That's number one. Number two, as I said, the respective departments actually we are looking at what Nairobi is using. There's already an asphalt plant Nairobi is using. So Nairobi County. So we've already done that with but again, we simply need probably to provide the document to this Honorable House. But that, or the respective committee. But that has been done.
Yes, which one comes first?
Which one comes first? Is it the conception or the baby?
So Chair, as I said, we have given that proposal. Yes. So we are given the proposal.
Chair Rhodes, confirm.
Chair Rhodes.
Honorable Chair, I want to confirm that there is no such discussion that has come over. In roads, we are discussing bills to do with making Uasin Gishu machinery be fruitful in terms of revenue. But there is no such discussions as yes, that machine that paints the road black. We have not had such discussions. And I'm wondering, why did they bring governor's advisor instead of bringing CEO or Waziri Roads to help them in today's deliberations?
Yes, Honorable Rebecca.
Wacha niombe kwa heshima. Asante Chair kwa kunipatia fursa niseme juu ya mashini hii ambayo iko na jina ngumu sana. Nataka niombe kwa heshima ya Uasin Gishu County. Sisi wakaaji wa municipality hatufanyiwi bridges, na ningeona hii mashini ingekuja kutuwekea hiyo barabara nyeusi vile chairman ya roads amesema, hata yeye ndiye amefanya nikakumbuka, kumbe ni kitu mzuri sana ambaye tunahitaji katika kaunti ya Uasin Gishu, kwa sababu tunakuja kukua city. Na tukiwa city, improvement of roads like the back streets of Central Bank, all Central Bank of Kenya, the road is impassable. And if we could have had this machine, maybe it would have helped us. Sasa ningependa kujua kutoka kwa waziri atuambie kazi ya mashini hii ni ya nini. Kama itakuja kuunda lami katika na kurepair lami katika town, so be it. Asante.
Mheshimiwa Gerald.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Mine is just a confirmation and to
tell Honorable Rebecca, there are other agencies. We have Kura, which is Kenya Urban Roads Authority. The city, as Eldoret town, is going to be a city. All roads within the town or within the city will be under Kenya Urban Roads Authority. We don't need the county to have an asphalt plant.
What is it, Honorable Rebecca?
Chair, point of order.
I will inform Honorable Jared, in this document that we are discussing today, this afternoon, if you see the municipality proposals, where I'm baffled and I will still ask some questions. What kind of beautification do we want to do for 30 million in this town? Yet in the Department of Environment, they are doing the same. If you see on the roadworks, they have not considered the street that I've just spoken about, the back street of Central Bank of Kenya. Even as members of County Assembly, when we are coming to this house, just here, the railway line here, it is not, it's an impassable road. So the municipality itself, that we are under Kura, yes, but Kura has not considered even working on it. When the KISI program came.
Why should we do double standards on having another agency? Why should we assist Kura in their job?
Order.
Oh, thank you. I was only giving an information, Chair, and I think it's not right when we answer one another on the floor. But I was only giving an information that when this document was done, they did not consider the roads in town, municipality, where we are. Yeah? And I was asking just a question. Is this machine meant to come and maintain the tarmac roads?
Yes, Honorable Wanjoy.
Chair, it has been since overtaken because it was a point of order, but nevertheless, I find it odd that members will answer at each other, and any question I think that is asked, it is asked through the chair, but not member to member. Thank you.
Then maybe chair, just like the gunny bags, as put by the one honorable member, that yes, we don't have a problem with that. But did we follow the procedure? Did the child come before conception? Why don't we conceive first, then the rest will follow? Same case with the asphalt plant. We don't have a problem with the asphalt plant, but has the department communicated with the relevant department? The chair has confirmed, no. Has we been told of the benefits of the asphalt plant? Have we had a discussion as a house so that we can do it for consideration? So that our house should not be taken as a rubber stamp. Are we approving something that we don't know? I wish that the concerned department should have taken us through that we want the asphalt plant because of this and this and this. Government sometimes, from the institutional memory, Honorable Moya likes saying, government the other time forced some issues into the throats of the people of Wazingishu. Number one, we told them that water master will not be effective. They did not listen. They went ahead, purchased a water master, of which we are not getting the value right now. Now, we told them of so many other programs that one, let us start something and complete. They started Chagaya high altitude. We don't have a problem with Chagaya high altitude, but they should have provided enough money to do it. In some consideration, I wish you share with us the feasibility study, you share with us the benefits, you share with us the time, so that we don't start something that we don't complete, and the benefits. In some, we are not pessimistic, but it can be dead on arrival. But I'm not pessimistic. So we need to consult widely over the same. I know, Waziri, you might be tired. You will tell us that you consider you are the one to appropriate and what. Don't be tired, Waziri. Wacha tu bado tuseme tuone vile hii mambo itakuwa. Don't stick so much on the 1%. 1% applies when it comes to the approved and adopted CFSP. So this house still have a say over the same if the CFSP was not approved. So to share to whatever we have, Waziri, alafu usitupe tu ya kwamba mutaona, wacha tuseme tu, ndio maana wakati mutakuwa katika discussion ya cabinet useme we raise some concerns na tungepata opportunity ya kudiscuss at length ndio tusikizane, itakuwa sawa. Sio hiyo peke yake ni mingi.
Waziri, when it comes to the issue
so
of...
Maybe Chair, can I respond? Because there are other questions with that.
Let Tarus raise the concern, and then he answer.
The issue we are raising, the committee is raising, is the issue on the sub-county hospitals. There's 30 million for Ziwa, there's 100 million for Keses, there's 50 million for Tarbo. What we understand, or the committee understands, is that these facilities currently work has stopped. Could it be because of a pending bill? Is 30 million meant to pay the pending bill and there's no new structure to be built or something going on that facility? Same for Keses and Tarbo. So that, you know, when we are doing these things, so that we know if really 30 million for Ziwa, is it meant to pay bills or to do something on it?
As he answered that, Chair, as he answered that, or the same, to add it more it, we have been here, Waziri, since the inception of county government. It's only Wasingishu which has not started a facility and completed. If you go to several counties, Nakuru, Kakamega, they have been showing this is our project that we started, now serving Wananchi. The big question is, this small money that has been allocated, is it to complete? Is it to do what? Because as per from where we stand, or where we look things, we are nowhere with this project. You need to come out clear, so that at least we guide this county the best way. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Rende, nimeona mkono wako, alafu Mheshimiwa Rende akimaliza nimeona Waziri Serema ameweka mkono juu kumaanisha atajibu.
Thank you, Chair. My point is that we are touching on some issues and we are leaving bending. When did we conclude the matter of public participation and the 27 million? Number two, there is the issue of our sub-county hospital, Tarbo sub-county hospital. Bwana Waziri, first financial year 2022-2023, well, we allocated 150 million. Financial year 2022-2023, 2023-2024, it was 66 million. This year, there is a proposal of 50 million. The hospital has now used 110 million. And it has stopped that they are lacking money. So I don't know if we calculate it simply, it is 150 plus 66 plus 66, and it has just stopped that there is no money. So I don't know, and the contractor confirms that he has used 110 million. So there is a lot of pending money which it's not consumed, and the problem is now the 66 million plus 150, it has not yet consumed. And the hospital has stopped. Can you say something about that, Waziri?
Yes, Chair Health, and then Waziri Health.
Thank you, Chair. I'm concerned on this budget, especially on health facilities. Our facilities, starting from Ziwa. Thank you. Starting from Ziwa to District Hospital, just in Kimumu Ward. Chair, let me start from Tarbo, number 3. When you see here, the proposed estimate is 705,710,330. And the status, they are saying new. And it's like we are going to start the project in 2024, 2025. Unfortunately, Last year when we were reading our budget in this house, there is some money that we budgeted for Turbo. And if I'm not wrong, the member of County Assembly from Turbo can attest to it, that the project is ongoing. But in this document, it is showing us as if it is new, nothing has started. My concern is, Chairman.
Mheshimiwa, put off the mic.
Okay, thank you. My concern is, Chairman, when we came to this house almost 18 months ago, the ZIWA project has been ongoing. Every supplementary budget that has come to this house, we have added some small money to ZIWA. What was the initial? The initial cost was 800 and something million. How much have we paid? So that when we are doing our next proposals, how much have we paid from the 800 million? When our Honorable Senator came to this house about 1 month ago, or 3 weeks ago, he was so much concerned about the stall projects. And according to me, or according to this house, we want to know how much has been paid since the ZIWA hospital started. Since Keses Hospital started, how much has been paid vis-a-vis the proposed budget or proposed estimate. Finally, Chair, when you see a budget of 806 million estimate cost, and the budget given for 2024-2025 is only 30 million, that baffles everyone, because it's like either we are paying something that was not paid in the last budget, and that tells us the whole of this year, 2024-2025, we don't have anything for the facility. So my humble request, honorable members, is can we give a pause to other facilities in health and just do one and make sure it is on its completion to give services to Uasin Gishu County. Otherwise, we will be coming to this house every year discussing about a small budget of 20 million, 30 million in our last supplementary budget that I think it has not been uploaded. The same ZIWA was getting some small money. So can we know what have we paid them and what are they still asking from us? So thank you, Chair. And finally, because before I leave their health, I saw some in the supplement, in the, what do we call? In the, recurrent, sorry, in the recurrent. I saw some monies for casuals. And if you go to every department, the 8 or 10 departments of the Uasin Gishu County, every department, they have slotted in casuals 16 million, 30 million, 46 million, a total of 380 something, around 312 million for casuals. So I don't know why it was not put in the Department of Public Service. And finally, why are we having these casuals that they has never been employed since we did our budget last year?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, maybe in addition to that, when it comes to health for clinical services, and Waziri is here, you have allocated in the budget 240 million. But the breakdown does not tally with the 240 million. I don't know where the challenge is. Because ZIWA, 30 million, Keses, 100 million, Turbo, 50 million, Moiben, 30 million. Then there is Ainap Kolare, 60 million. Is this one? Oh, and then there is, sorry. I saw the 60 million. So it's 240, it's okay. There's no problem. I've now seen. Then there is the 450 million for water. Breakdown? Yes, maybe you can, Wasiri, respond to that, and then
before Wasiri comes up,
and then lastly,
Chair,
maybe
before Wasiri comes up on that note of the Department of Health, Wasiri Health, if you see the sequence of completing these programs, it's my view and the view of this house that why don't we concentrate on 3 facilities in the larger sub-counties, the former sub-counties, to completion, other than trying to do everything and dispersing finances to all these facilities without completion. If you see the time frame, it will come by 27, 28 when we are not done with these flagship projects. Secondly, we say that we give 5 million to ward facilities, ward hospitals. But in the flagship project, you did not provide. We did not provide that one. So we are also starting other small, I don't know whether the 5 million is for Cabros or anything. In 30 wards, those are 30 facilities. We must be mindful of the staffing, equipment, and putting up the programs, those programs. Why don't we take all those monies and do the major 3 sub-county hospitals, level 5, and it will absorb all those. We have a better infrastructure. People can travel to those facilities. So we are trying to entice people na kufurahisha, and at the end of the day, we'll achieve zero objective.
Thank you. Chair, you've not heard from the 2 CEOs. Maybe they can take opportunity, Waziri.
Honorable Chair.
Honorable members, I want us to agree that Waziri.
I just want him to
answers.
capture. I just want him to capture my input as he speaks, because I've seen a budgetary allocation for Band Forest level 4 hospital, and I just wanted to ask Waziri if he knows that the entire south of Uasin Gishu, we don't have a mortuary service. Maybe you could consider that in your contribution. Thank you.
Okay.
Waziri Serem.
Allow me, members, through the chair. First, may I be on record that for whatever it is that most likely we've had, please let's engage. Secondly, on health, it is the thinking of the department that we complete one project without killing the other projects. Keses Sub-County Hospital is at 83% currently. It actually needs a difference of 126 million for it to come to completion. Providing 100 million will ensure we push the project to almost 98%. Providing this amount will ensure that, because we've seen from all construction, that for a contractor to absorb 100 million and beyond, unless there are 2 on site, they might not. So giving 100 million to Keses will ensure, at least to a large extent, completion of that project. Now, secondly, giving Ziwa level 5 hospital 30 million is to ensure that we do roofing. The current status of Ziwa Sub-County Hospital is such that where it is currently, the building, the integrity of that building is in question currently, because during the rains, most of those rooms have been collecting water. Now, allocating that 30 million will ensure that...
Waziri, you are talking of roof, and the document we have is saying construction of section of crown, first floor, second floor, third floor, slabs, columns, ramps, and shuttering. No roof.
That is the activities to be undertaken.
It is part of the process of completion. Allow me, members. Yeah. The whole idea, because for you to do the roof, part of this must be done.
Remember, Waziri, you are unanswered.
Yes.
Chair. Kindly. Chair, can I...
May I proceed?
Continue.
May I
Proceed.
To allocate Turbo 50 million, you all know that there is ongoing works that is in Tiret, and 50 million from the department point of view will keep the project ongoing. Because our target really is to ensure that Keses is complete without killing the other projects. They must be ongoing. For Moiben, remember the contractor has been dilly-dallying. In fact, a few weeks ago, I engaged the contractor. He was supposed to have been on site, actually. So allocating him 30 million to initiate the project is sufficient enough because he's supposed to do basic mobilization and start the slab for Moiben. For Ban Forest, the ICU HDU works is really a requirement. This amount will ensure that Ban Forest is able to address the issues with the ICU HDU, especially considering that this is an area where it is prone to accidents, and this works is ongoing, and Mheshimiwa can attest that we are somewhere on this works.
Well, he's still there, Chair. Can he confirm then the activity part? The activity part, it was just a copy and paste maybe from another year, because whatever he's passionately explaining is about to be done. It is not the case. He need to confirm, because when he was talking about Keses level 4 hospital, I almost agree with him. But looking at the activities is contrary to what he's saying. And looking at whatever has been put in the activity, it is almost one and the same thing. And at the same thing, number 2, that is Keses. Is he confirming, you know, he's using the word they would like to complete. But at the same time says that no contractor and completion need more than 100 million. That is 120 something million. Because a contractor cannot consume that. Therefore, he need to drop the word they want to complete, because at 100 million, they won't have completed, because he has used with his own words, they need more than that money. And again, when completing, he need to confirm to this house, are we expecting after completion we move in, or it is just brick and mortar and we stop there?
Yes.
Through the chair.
Chair, so that Waziri can...
Honorable members, allow Waziri malize.
Yes.
Chair, alafu ajibu zote. Swali langu bwana Waziri, ningependa tu kuuliza kama kuna shida ya finance, kwa sababu contractor ana confirm kuwa ametumia 110 million. So far ameweza kusimama almost 3 to 4 months kwa kazi. Ilhali project iliwekwa 150 million na ikawekwa 66 million. Hiyo inaenda to 216 million. So na ametumia 110 million. Ningependa tu kujua contractor ana confirm kuwa ametumia 110 na kazi imesimama, ilhali budget ambaye pesa imewekwa kwa hiyo hospitali ni 216 so far. Na jambo la pili ningependa kuulizia, kwa sababu tumeconfirm kuwa almost 50 million itawekwa every year. So hospitali ya Tarbo itaisha in the next 12 years. Iko aje kwa hiyo laini sasa? Is it confirmed that itajengwa 10 good years or 12 years?
Yes, Waziri, I think what Honorable Renda is asking is there any pending bill?
Honorable Chair.
The same.
Chair.
Through the chair.
Honorable Serem, and then Honorable Kodi, and then we leave at that.
Asante sana bwana mwenyekiti. Ninapopitia kuangalia jambo hilo, unapata kukundua ya kwamba pesa zote ambazo zitatumika kwa mwaka 24-25 kwa hospitali ni 270 million. Alafu ukijaribu kuangalia Moiben, sijui ndio ikamilike inahitaji 150. Na number 2, ukiangalia hii ya ICU kwa ainap kwa hiyo lare 60 million. Mbona tusichukue hizo pesa kwa sababu tukiongeza ni 270? Mbona tusimalize hii ya Moiben ambayo inaanza iishe completely, sababu ukiongeza hizo pesa zote zitakuwa 270. Tuchukue hii 200 and yote ambayo itatumika kwa Turbo, Sewa na kadhalika, tuangalie ya Moiben 150, tutoe hiyo tumalize Moiben. Alafu teata ambayo itabaki 60 million itakuwa ime from 270 tutoe 150 ya Moiben ishe, then tuchukue hiyo 60 kwa sababu ainap kwa lare ndio ishe ni 60, tutoe pia kwa 270 ikue complete. Alafu 60 ambayo itabaki tuweka hata hii Siwa ambayo iko 50 kwa financial year ambayo tunaanza. Ndio hizi zingine tuone, kwa sababu ukisikia mheshimiwa Renda akisema itahitaji 12 years, mbona hata tusimalize basi 150 yenye ni rahisi? Asante sana.
Na mwingine atasema yenye imeanza imalizwe, yenye haijaanza
Through the chair.
So we need to look wholesome.
Through the chair.
Yes,
Asante sana.
Waziri, waja kodi kwanza maliza alafu utajibu.
Asante sana mwenyekiti. Tayari waziri ameconfirm kwamba hospitali ya Ziwa imefika kiwango ambayo hata yeye akiona kwa macho amritishe. Na tayari hapa amelogate 30 million. Na tayari nimeenda kwa ofisi yake akasema kwamba kuna pending bills. Nataka nijue kwamba hii 30 million ya roofing ama ni ya pending bills. Ya pili, Mheshimiwa Jepkonga amesema kwamba mock yao haijaundwa, lakini ya Ziwa imefika kiwango ya 70%. Lakini ya Ziwa hakuna allocation hata kidogo ya at least wamalizie kwa hii budget ya sai. Asante sana mwenyekiti.
Waziri.
On matters of the bills and how much has been dispersed to the contractors on site, will allow finance to give us that figure. But let me go through what I said earlier. So that
You
it is
should
clear.
be knowing your department at the palm of your hands.
Definitely.
Uenda finance hawatajua kwa sababu hawa ni kulipa na kufanya nini. So as the head of your department, lazima ujue mambo ya departments yao. So your question or is misplaced. Don't direct it to finance. Kama watajua ni sawa, lakini you as the head of that department should be knowing.
Thank you for that direction, Mheshimiwa. Allow me to say this. For Ziwa level 5, the intention is to ensure that Ziwa level 5 is roofed, because continued rains on the facility as it is currently will compromise the integrity.
So you are confirming 30 million is not for this narrative, it is for
the intention is to ensure that roofing is done. The process of getting there will require these activities to be done.
Waziri, what about pending bills?
Are there pending bills first?
Certainly for Ziwa level 5, there are pending bills, but some of them are being, of course, authenticated by the department concerned.
Is there allocation for that?
Yes.
Is there any allocation for that?
In this budget, this financial year that is ending, we had an allocation definitely. And that is why I said finance should confirm, in the sense that there are certain payments that were due and finance is working on it. For cases, I have informed the House that we are at 83%. The intention of this allocation
Chair,
is to ensure...
Chair, before he goes there, you know I want to get it right. For the Ziwa, yes, he's moving away from discussing the issue of pending bill because he thinks that it was budgeted for this financial year. I agree with him. Therefore, are we right to do away with this narrative and we say roofing? of the activity.
Maybe
Yes, I've seen
Honorable Chair,
Waziri.
let me guide. You see, we capture the narrative in the contract, the big contract. So that is the contract narrative in the contract. So that is how the contract, what the contract says for the entire activity. So we capture it the way it is. We cannot now start changing because it's part of the activities in the bigger contract. So we've captured that because that's what is in the contract. So we cannot now start changing every time we do it will be completely a different contract. So it's within that overall contract. But what will be done is at the roofing stage. Thank you.
Honorable members, because of time, I want Waziri Health to conclude, and then I will allow Waziri Finance to give both CEOs 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. We will come back. So I'm saying Waziri will donate some minutes to both CEOs so that we can hear from them. So Waziri.
Yes. Your permission just on the issue of the pending bill. I hope when we say pending bill, you see it's a bill that was due probably previous year, and then it was not paid at the end of the financial year. So, but I hope when we are saying it's an amount that will be due now, but will be paid next year. So I don't think, so that we know what a pending bill means, because we don't have any pending bill as of now. We've cleared all pending bills, basically for most of so, but there's activity going on. Now a certificate, it becomes a pending bill when a certificate has been raised, and it becomes a bill, not a pending bill. It's an invoice. So I hope we are not confusing those. Thank you.
That's correct. Waziri Serem.
For, like I've said, for cases, the intention is to complete. It is at 83%. So the amount required, if you worked out figures, the amounts that is remaining due from us for the completion of these works would totalize slightly above 100 million. Now, for the other Turbo and Moiben, the point here is that without stopping completely, we need to give it some money, and that is why the allocation for 50 and 30 million consecutively. For Band Forest, it is an ongoing work, and part of these works are almost nearing completion. So giving it this value will ensure that that work is finished, and we ensure services to the Wananchi. On the part of the 5 million ward project, the intention of the department, although it's not, I guess it is coming under preventive, promotive, but allow me through the chair.
There, Chair? Give guidance, please. He's taking we were on this capital. He's one to
I asked that question.
Oh.
He did ask.
Yes, yeah. Continue, Waziri.
It is the wish of the Department of Health that every ward shall have at least a health center with enough services. And the services we are looking at is the outpatient service, the maternity service, the dental service, the laboratory service, and a minor theater per one facility. Because we realize in the whole county, we have 138 facilities across the county. And yet most of these facilities, actually out of that, only 10 are fully functional even over the weekend. Now, the wish of the department is to ensure that all these facilities, the 30 especially, are functional 24 hours. And that means we need a health center per ward. And so the intention here is that if we are provided with this amount of money, it will ensure that we make sure that the infrastructure required for a health center is done for this one identified facility per ward.
Now, Honorable Waziri, Health, I have a question. We have casuals who are working in our facilities, and they've been there for 1 year down the line, they've not been paid. All the 30 honorable members can attest that the facilities in their wards, the casuals, they are crying. What is your take on this?
Thank you, Chair. We have 321 casuals that have been working in our facilities across the county. We have presented the names for payment. And one thing I wish to inform the House is that Finance has paid for July, August of last year. It has paid 2 months to our casuals currently at our facilities.
Chair Health, what are you saying?
We love working on facts, eh? It was only yesterday when so many staff from our facilities were asking about their monies on casuals. They have not been paid. Since last year, or July last year to date, those casuals, when the issue of stopping the casuals arose, those guys has not been paid even a single cent, unless we have 2 parallel casuals. Number 2, Chair, last time when we had a public service CEO here and the team, they had a different figure of casuals, and the Department of Health had a different figure of casuals. I don't know if members remember that.
Yes, Honorable Regina, and then honorable members allow us to conclude for this morning session so that they come back in the next 30 minutes. Honorable Regina.
Chair, I'm adding my voice to what Honorable from Queenette Kapsuso is saying. You realize that in the department, we have persons with disabilities. And to mention, in Uruma, there are 2 deaf women, and they've not been paid for a length of time. I spoke with them this morning, and they are saying they've not been paid.
Honorable Kipchumba.
Thank you very much, Chair. My question goes to the CC Health on the issue of the health facilities. You have said we are planning to have at least 1 facility per ward. And as we're speaking, I believe we have so many. Like when you come to my Moiben ward, we have already, let us say, level 4. And in total, now that we are planning to construct, we'll be having 6 level 4s, isn't it? Then some of the wards, we also have these other health facilities, not the dispensaries. So you could have told, speaking, we're having 4 level 4s in 6 level 4s in 6 sub-counties. Then we're having other facilities which are not dispensaries, maybe another 10 or 15 wards. Now it totals up to around 20. Now from the 20 that we want to make 1 health facility in each ward, we only need to construct maybe like 10. Then in addition, you should also talk on the implications on the members of staff. As we are speaking, so many facilities don't have sufficient members of staff. As we are speaking, we have 2 dispensaries in Moiben which are already complete, but they have not been facilitated, and we don't have the members of staff. So that as we are factoring in, we should also know the implications. Because we are speaking, and we know very well we are running shortage of members of staff on all those medical facilities. Now, what will be the impact when we will be having 30 of them in addition of what we have, in addition, and the problem of shortage of the members of staff? Thank you.
Allow me.
Waziri.
Going straight to what was in the thinking of this ward model facility. We are not building a new facility at all. We are building on what is in existence in the ward. For example, just to to point out, in Moiben ward, for example, we identified Simotwa Health Center. We know that Moiben Sub-County Hospital is there. But we are also looking at the dynamics of the ward in such a way that where would be this other facility that members of public can access. And further to it, we know that in this facility we are proposing, we will require staff. We know staffing has been a challenge, but we are look at the number of facilities we have currently. There are 138. We've spread ourselves so thin so that we don't get value from our healthcare workers. We are now recruiting currently, hopefully after shortlisting comes out. Now, this will not even be sufficient, but it is upon the advice of this house that we'll get more healthcare workers, so that we want that every ward shall have at least one facility that is able to attend to our residents 24 hours.
What's Honorable Chirchir?
In simple maths, an health center requires how many, Waziri?
Ideally,
staff.
Yes, yes.
In totally the clinical nurses.
May I give you, I have the figures. Ideally, a health center would require at least there should be 2 medical officers.
Health center?
Yes. Ideally, that is
Yes,
as
yes.
recommended.
Give the total.
At least 2 medical officers,
Yes.
at least 6 clinical officers,
8,
at least 20 nurses,
28,
at least 1 pharmacist,
29,
at least 2 lab technicians,
30,
and an administrator,
32,
and a radiographer, 2 radiographers.
34, 34.
Yes.
A watchman?
Of course, that support staff.
Cleaner? So on
Support
average,
staff.
what do you have on average at the moment? On average, by facility. Talk of even soy. On average at the moment.
On average,
At the moment.
of course, for most of them are dispensaries.
Yes,
On average, are 5.
5.
Yes.
So now the difference is 30. Time is 30 watts. Do you tell us you'll recruit 900?
Currently, we have.
If we take health centers, Waziri,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
kondo,
Yeah,
tunaongea,
sure,
tunajadiliana.
sure, sure.
If we take now 30 health centers per ward 1, and on average now we have 5, because we are elevating some dispensaries to health centers. So we will be doing a deficit of 30 times 30, 900 staff in this when we want to do that.
Now,
What
may I
is the
explain myself?
Where is
May-
our vote of? Let me just finish. Comparing the overall recurrent and the development expenditure, shall we not exceed if we employ that 900?
Honorable members,
May I please?
Honorable members, in view of time and some other activities before us, through the chair, I'll request that we stop there. We go for lunch. Then we will adjourn shortly. Then we will pick from there after lunch. Maybe as directed by the chair, we would want to listen the voices of our 2 chief officers and our director, Martin. Just your voices. Tell us something. Now,
After
before
lunch.
lunch. Now.
After lunch. After lunch.
Or we do after lunch?
Yes.
Then as directed by honorable members,
They'll open the floor.
we will do that one after lunch. On behalf of the chair, we are all invited for lunch. We are taking 30 minutes. By 2:30, we are here. Waziri, you have something to say?
I know you have already ruled, but we were hoping that because of other exigencies, that probably we are released after immediately. So we wanted. You see, we have the closing also the financial here. We have, I understand. So really.
I think in the letter,
Waziri, in view of that, we still have a lot. So maybe the chairman can direct us.
Yes, honorable members, I think we have agreed that we adjourn for lunch and then we'll come back after 30 minutes. As we, immediately after lunch, I think we will go through the recurrent budget, and I think it's shorter. There's nothing much, Bwana Waziri, usikuwe na wasiwasi.
No, your honorable chair, it's because of other, it's in our wasiwasi. In fact, we are ready for what you approved, we'll implement.
Yeah.
So we just wanted also, if you can allow us to also attend, you know, the entire end of the financial year, the other areas also we have to work
And
on.
I know you want to go and prepare yourself for tomorrow's. Yeah. Yes, I think let us request for 1 hour for them. After lunch, 1 hour only.